Hello out there in TV land. My mini teach session is about Amber Heard and Johnny Depp's defamation case. The video I selected from the court TV was just about a video deposition played for the jury about Amber Heard's assistant, or to be more precise, her ex-assistant, in her and Johnny Depp's defamation case. Yes, you heard it, defamation. In this video deposition, they questioned Amber's ex-assistant, I believe to be called Christine James, about many things concerning her job as well as her professional career and whether or not she had witnessed any violence between her boss, Amber Heard, and her boyfriend, Johnny Depp. While being an assistant for her, she had made claims that she had not witnessed any violence between the two, verbal or physical. The prosecutor and the defense had asked Miss James, the ex-assistant, to describe her times with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard as their employee, which occurred over the past 10 years with them. After finally concluding all the questions that they had for each other with the witness, the video had ended. Now, here is what I learned during that video. I learned that it takes a lot of hard work and patience for someone to be an assistant. I also learned that the defense prosecutor and the overall court does a lot of things when answering or asking questions from the witness, which mainly has to do with what they see, what do they believe they saw, and could anyone back up their testimony, as well as the location and dates of when and where what they saw happened. I also learned that when bringing in new case files from previous court cases or sessions, that it's reviewed by everyone, the judge, jury, even the prosecutor and defense attorneys. I also learned that gathering reliable witnesses also helps, because if they don't remember what happened, then it could make them invalid for a case. Could being the key word here. So long as they remember even the slightest thing, it's still useful. Now, what did this case surprise me? What surprised me was that during the case, I found out that it was Johnny Depp's and Amber Heard's defamation case. Of course, I've heard of Johnny Depp, but I never heard of Amber Heard. Anyway, I was also surprised that their witness was an ex-assistant. Not surprising, but here's the real surprising part. Who was employed by them 10 years ago. 10 years. I can't even remember what happened to me last year. I was wondering what kind of information someone like this would have. Because if they don't have reliable information, then they might not be of use. Also, off the presentation, I was surprised to learn that Johnny Depp was surprisingly good with kids and was like a Southern gentleman, as quoted by the ex-assistant, and about how Amber Heard is very verbally abusive towards the ex-assistant as well as her own sister. And by the fact that she has an alcohol problem. That was very surprising because I did not know she drank a lot of alcohol, like with her friends at night, and even walked into the street at night drunk. That was surprising. Now, what did everyone do, and did they do it poorly? If I had to say, everyone in the court hearing, the judge, jury, and the attorneys did all right because they were answering and asking all the questions they should have concerning their jobs and reviewing over all the facts presented before the case. And whenever new information was brought, they would all review it together so that they can reach a proper verdict. But the one thing I didn't think was done right was choosing the witness, because, not to be rude or anything, but Miss James couldn't remember much because the events that occurred being discussed happened 10 years ago, which was extremely hard for her to remember. Not to mention that she had a lot of animosity towards this case because the, the people who were in it, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, her former employers, kind of let her go during financial crisis. So she was kind of cooperative, but also not at the same time. She answered all the questions to the best of her ability, but she couldn't remember much of it. As such, she couldn't be helpful in some directions. So I think they did poorly by choosing the witness for this video deposition rather than choosing someone who would have been in close contact with them for many years, such as like Amber Heard's sister. She experienced verbal abuse from Amber Heard and would most likely been with them for many years. Now, what happened in the end of this case? Mainly, it was, first off, they gathered together and they talked about what the witness had seen during her time, all that stuff I said in the beginning. And after going through all the facts that she had witnessed during her time there, to the best of her ability to remember, they concluded the witness's testimony and had adjourned the court for their morning recess, which had ended the trial for the time being. And the case will most likely be concluded after all the facts are gathered before the jury from the witnesses and statements of the defense and the accused. Here is the video reference.